Okay, now that I have this template made of the profile of the door and the rocker panel, I feel like I need another reference point, because I mentioned earlier that there was a hole here, and I thought it was a rust hole, but it's actually an access for the mounting point. They've got a stud sticking out of there with a nut. Hopefully that's going to come undone, but I kind of doubt it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking just a piece of copy paper, and I'm going to put it right over top of this. And it looks like it just barely goes. There's a bunch of bubbles here. It's going to cover that. Hopefully I don't have to cut up too much higher than that, because this paper isn't going to be much good to me as a template if I do. But anyways, it'll give me the location of that hole down there anyways. So I'm going to take a piece of tape, and I'm going to line this up as good as I can along this edge here. Overlap it a little bit. Extends down to the, I'll just make it extend right to the edge of the fender, bottom edge. And I'm just going to tape it on here. And then I'm going to put some tape right here along the edge. That's pretty good. So afterwards I can hopefully, if I don't end up cutting up beyond that point, I can locate the hole in that fender accurately. Put a little piece here, making sure you can see all this. Yep. And I'm going to run a piece of tape down the side of this thing. So I'm going to try and leave this tape on until I'm putting the patch in. That way I can check to make sure it's all going back in the right spot. Looks good. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my dirty fingers and rub along here, along the edge. That's not really working the way I thought it would, but anyways, it'll locate the hole here. That's working nicely. So the bottom of this hole is a bit rusted out. So I'm just going to go for the top edge mostly. And then there's another hole right here. I think that was just for the trim. I don't know if it's rusted out or not. And there's another hole right here for there's a clip in it, but I don't think that really matters too much. So maybe what I could do now is just fold this. I'm kind of working on the fly here, so I can get that edge. Of course, the door is going to help me with that. The door gap's pretty good. It's a little tight. It's a little looser at the bottom, but it's all right. So that's lined up along that edge pretty good now. So there's my edge and my hole, and I'll just make a line across the bottom of the fender. And you see what I mean about this? See, this doesn't fit at all here. There's a big gap here. So this is definitely not the right shape, but like I said, I'm not messing with this rocker panel. It's just kicked in too far at the bottom. It's unfortunate. Anyways, I can make it look good. It's not a concourse restoration. Okay, now I can take this off. And I could flip it. just flip it up onto the fender and tape it up here, but I'm afraid I might light it on fire, so I'm not gonna do that. I'll put it in a safe place, away from sparks and such. Yeah, it looks like I might have to cut up higher than that line there, but probably I won't have to cut this far. I'll cut along here and then come down. Probably like to catch this too. I know that metal is pretty sound there. I might just patch that. It's even sound right there. I think most of the affected areas where the rust is just 2 or 3 inches in from the edge. So we'll see when to start cutting it out, and that's what I'm going to do right now.